Did you know that last month, September 2025, the release of the 75 plate saw over half of all new cars sold here in the UK either being fully electric or plug-in hybrid? That is a record-breaking month for electrified vehicle sales. So in total, 321,000 new cars were sold for September. Full electric vehicles made up 73,000 of those sales, and plug-in hybrids a further 38,000. As I say, for the very first time, pushing electrified vehicles to over half of all new cars sold in the UK for 1 month. That's never happened before. So what's pushing these sales? Well, there's a few things. The government reintroduced an EV grant back in July, giving buyers up to £3,750 off of fully electric new cars. Also, car manufacturers themselves have heavily discounted their cars to push new car sales, as we move into a new number plate. So before I did the research for this video, I assumed that Tesla would have made up the majority of those electric vehicle sales. Well, that is not the case at all. BYD sold over 11,000 cars in September, and that is up a massive 880% from the same time last year. Meanwhile, Tesla's growth has been pretty much non-existent. They only went up 0.1% last month, as I say, compared to BYD's 900%. So barely any change at all, which really surprised me. I mean, I know BYD make a good car, but you see Teslas everywhere. Maybe now we're going to start seeing a lot more BYDs coming through. So as I mentioned, one of the reasons for the increase is the grant. The other reason is pricing and discounting. To put that into perspective, last year, the price gap between an average petrol car and an average full EV was 33%. So EVs were 33% more on average. This year, it's just 9%. So a massive, massive difference. And, we're certainly going to start seeing a lot more electric vehicles on the road. Would you buy an EV? I very nearly did a couple of months ago. I did buy a plug-in hybrid, which was a massive change from me having come from an Audi S3 to a plug-in hybrid. And part of the reason I went for that is to ease myself into the thought of potentially buying an EV in a few years' time. But let me know in the comments, have you just bought an EV in September? Lots of people have. If you haven't, would you consider buying one in the future?